Morning, students. Today I am going to start a new poem. The title of that poem is A Roadside Stand, chapter number 5. And the writer of this poem is Robert Frost. Let's talk about that, who is the writer and what he has written till now, and how he is so famous. And he's a very famous writer, or you can say the poet, Robert Frost. He was born in San Francisco and lived there till at the age of 11. And when he was just 11, he moved to England, and due to some circumstances, he sold his farm, and he again moved with his family to England, and he received one support from Ezra Pound, who is a very famous writer and poet in England, and that is why he supported by Ezra Pound, and he also received many awards like Pulitzer Prize, prizes like Bollinger Poetry Prize, and he has written very famous poem. And then if you have heard The Road Not Taken, that is a very important, very famous poem by Robert Frost. And then after, we can say that he is an American poet, and he was born in 1874 and died in 1963. And his writing is very simple, and there is a realistic depiction of rural life. Mostly, he was writing on a rural life, and nature made him one of the most influential poems in American history. And let's talk about what is this poem is, right? A roadside step. When you read the title, you come to know that this is about the countryside people and the poor people, deprived people, right? Uh, this is also one type of criticism of an unequal society, when you find so many rich people and poor people, between rich and poor people, there is just so many unequal. Okay, so there is the inequality in owing health and wealth, and in distribution of wealth also. So this poem depicts the clarity of and the plight of the poor, and their existence, how unfortunate fact, and unequal progress and development between the cities and the village, and the feeling of distress, deprivedness, and unhappiness in rural people, or you can say that in village people. Okay, so this poem is composed by Robert Frost and is about the farmer who puts a little new shed in front of his house on the edge of a road. Right? So we know that at the edge of road there are so many parts or sheds are there. Several thousands of cars speed past it, and he is selling some fruits, berries, as he is a farmer. So berries and squares. Squares means guava, one type of fruit, and other products also. As he is very genuine and very self-respected man, that he does not like charity, and by trying to selling his product, he would like to earn money, and he would like to have a better lifestyle as we saw in the movies, right? So let's start line by line explanation so that you can understand it. So I have discussed with this that who is the writer, and the roadside stand is written by Robert Frost. Okay, let's start. A little old house was out with a little lucid in front of the edge of the road where the traffic sped. I told you there was one hut-type house near the traffic speds. A traffic sped means where there is so much traffic, and there in the road at the edge of roadside there was one old house. A roadside stand that too pathetically fled. Fled means make an emotional appeal. Whenever someone whenever we go outside on a vehicle, right, we see that the beggars and the other small vendors, they are standing there to buy their things, right? So that is blood means make an emotional appeal, because you go, because at roadside your car will be slow down, or you will have a break on a bump. So that time they would like to sell their things, and they would like to bag. So that is here, roadside stand is a really very good location for them to selling their things. Here I'm also discussing the literary devices. Personification is used in this line. A roadside stand the two pathetically blend. Okay. It would not be fair to say for a dole of bread. Dole of bread means charitable gift. Now here the person, the farmer who is selling the fruits, right? So he was not ready to accept any charitable gift like money and any food, any clothes. He is not ready to take any charitable gift. But for some of the money, the cash, now he wants some money or cash. He does not want any dole or charitable gift whose flow support the flower of cities from sinking and weathering fate. Now, from that money, who would like to have the better life of the cities? And here, right now, their life is sinking and withering. Withering means fading away. Okay, so he might fail or lacking conviction, right? So he would don't want any don't want any charity, but he wants only money and cash by selling their goods, and want to have the better life like a city. The police with traffic fast with a mind ahead, or it ever aside a moment and out of a sort at having the landscape mad with the artless paint of signs that with an and turn wrong and f turn wrong. Right? Awkward for sale. Okay, यहाँ तक हम. Now police with traffic. Here is also one literary device is transferred epithet is used. Police with traffic means here the poet is talking about the city dweller who are very rich, and those who are passing by the roadside at that moment out of the set having a landscape means mad. Mad means spoiled with the artless paint of sign with an or turn wrong. And now at that roadside there was one symbol of an and s which was turned wrong. So they stopped there to see or to ask the navigation or which is the right direction, or to ask the direction, but they never helped them, and they never looked at them that what they are selling, and then never asked or never see any sign of that whether they are like to buy something or not. Offered for small sell wild berries in wooden pot. Pots means vessel or bottle. Now he is selling berries and squash, that is a guava. He was selling that in a bottle. So they are not watching, and they stop there to ask the sign of the direction, but they are not watching that what they are selling, and even they are not even asking for the that berries. Or crook necked golden squares with silver bars, or beauty rests in a beautiful mountain scene. You have the money, but if you want to be mean, why keep your money this closely and go alone? Now here that the man is, and the poet is also saying that they are so rude that they are not even asking, and they are so much dear to that money. Na? They are very, very keep your money this closely. Now that money are so close and dear to them, they are not ready to give it to those who are selling the berries and for them, because they are also having the by having that money, they would like to have that livelihood, and they would have to earn something for their family, to give the food and other things to their family. But the city people are even not ready to give money to this roadside people who are selling something. The hurt to the scenery wouldn't be my complaint. Now he said that this scene, that when I read this, when I was reading this poem, it really hurts me too. Because this is the same situation happened when we are traveling in a car or in a bus. Sometimes they came to our car and they say that please take this, take this, take this, and we are denying that. Even that is not only that much money, that is only 5 or 10 rupees cost of it, that foods sometimes they are selling us. But if they are so sometimes we are misbehaving and sometimes we are not telling anything, and we have uh, some disrespect for those people who are selling. So the poet is saying that I was not hurt with this scene, which we are doing lightly, that we are not even giving 5 rupees to them for what they are. I'm not complaining that scenery so much as trusting sorrow of what is unsaid. Trusting sorrow, that is also one another metaphor is used, poetic device is used of what is unsaid. So right now I am not worried about that scenery, but I am worried about that at least you must have trusting sorrow on what is unsaid. That we have to understand that what are the situation, and at least they are standing there in a winter, in a summer, or even in monsoon also, and we have to understand their livelihood if we have the money. Here, far from the city, we make a roadside stand and ask for some city money to fill in hand. Now he is saying that we are here at the countryside, at the roadside, to have a money from the city, and would like to feel that money in our hand, to try if it will not make our being expand. And we would want to know that if we have that money, can we have a better life and we can expand our earning or not? And give us the life of moving picture. Life of moving picture means the scenes and the life which is shown in the movies, right? We would like to give that life to ourselves and to our family also. Promise that the party in power is said to be keeping from us. Now, this is only because of the party. Party means the political party, the power which they have. This is only because of them that we are still here. And now there is one line also that गरीब गरीब बनते जाता है, और जो rich होता है वो rich बनते जाता है. So because of this political party, and this is the situation that right now they are seeing. It is in the news that all these pitiful keen are to be bought out and mercifully gathered into live in villages next to the theater and the stores. Now, these political parties are giving the promises that this village people will give you, and the houses near the theater and near the malls. Huh? Sometimes the political parties are coming to the village and they are giving the false promises. So this type of promises are given to this countryside people and the villagers, where they won't have to think for themselves anymore, while greedy good doer beneficiates bits of day. Here, the oxymoron and alliteration is also used in this line. So now, what he is saying that these politicians are giving them the that is क्या बोलते हैं उसको, assurance that they will shift the villagers into the city, and wish to teach them the way that could change their good and healthy habits. Okay, so teach them the sleep during daytime, and even they will also teach them to sleep during the daytime, the greedy good doers and the beneficial bits of prey. Means desire to force the benefits on the poor village people and befool them. Now they are giving this false benefits and false promises to the poor village people, and they are like to befool them. This is the thing that the poet is talking about. Okay, here the oxymoron and alliteration is used. G G G, right? B B. So this is the alliteration. Swarm over their lives and forces benefits that are calculated to suit them of their wits, and teaching them how to sleep. They sleep all day, destroy their sleeping at night at the ancient way. Now we know that I told you, I discussed this, they will like to shift the villages into the near the theater and the stores and the malls, the city side, and they will teach you to sleep in a day also. And you know that this villager don't sleep in the afternoon, and that ancient, because of that ancient habit, that will be destroyed by their this behavior. Sometimes I feel myself I can hardly bear, and he said that I can't bear this situation. The thought of so much childish longing in vain. So much childish longing means when you want something, child is longing that you want. So that is a desire. The sadness that lurks near the open window, where that waits all day in almost open prayer for a sequel of wakes, the sound of a stopping car. Okay, now this is our situation is just like a child when he is longing for something. Same here, we are also longing for open window where the city people will ask, and we are also praying that they will have the sequel of breaks, and they will buy something from us, and that sound of a stopping car. We are also longing for that sound when they give a break to the car, right? All the thousand selfish cars that pass. Here, the one another poetic device is used. Transport epithet is used. All the thousand selfish cars that there are so many cars, and these are the selfish cars are passed by the roadside. Just want to inquire what a farmer's prices are, and did stop, but only two follow of grass in using the yard to back and turn around, and another to ask the way to where it was bound. Now, there are some people who stop there to inquire about farmers' prices. Now, what is the price that you are selling it, but they will not buy. One did stop, but only to plow up grass in using the yard to back and turn. Some are using that plow up grass so that they can have a turn, so that they stop there for take a turn or to go back, and another to ask the way where it was bound, and another was stopping there to know that where it was bound, and another to ask could they sell it a gallon of gas. They couldn't. This grossly. They had none. Didn't it see? And someone is asking about a gallon of gas, and they couldn't. And yes, obviously they are not selling it. They had none. Didn't it see? Obviously, you know that they don't have the gallon of gas. So they are asking about they see those things, those who are not selling, and they can see that it is not with them. No, in country money, the country scale of gain, the requisite lift of spirit has never been found. Even you can see that the countryside, there will be no lift of the money in a countryside, and the scale of gaining is down and down. Or so the voice of the country seems to complain. And that is why the country people are always complaining about the situation. I can't help owning the great relief it would be to put these people at one stroke out of their pain. And I'm not, Mr. Matam, the poet is saying that I'm unable to helping them because I'm alone, cannot give a great relief. to put these people at one stroke out of their pain. And it is impossible to put out this people from this pain and misery for a one stroke. And then next day, as I come back into the scene, I wonder how I should like you to come to me and offer to put me gently out of my pain. And was wondering that how can I help these people, and I'm wondering and how would like to end their pain. But he knew that it is childish and vain, so he desired that someone relieves him of his pain by killing him. So this is poet feels quite miserable at the pitiable suffering of the poor village folk, and he even have a childish desire for all the poor to be done away with one stroke to end the pain. But this is impossible for him also, and how he would like to spread the message and that like to show the feelings of this distress and unhappiness in the rural life. Thank you so much, all of you. I hope you understand the poem very well. It is very nice poem. Write down the question answer in your notebook. Thank you so